Okay, so a lot of people are down on e-commerce right now. They're thinking it's getting too competitive, there's too many other players out there in the market, and they can't make a great return. Hi everybody, I'm John Lincoln, and today I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. You can absolutely still win in e-commerce, and you can win big with the right strategy. So today I'm going to talk to you specifically about how you can get more organic traffic for your e-commerce website by doing 9 things. Let's dive into it. Okay, so the first thing that most people don't realize is that when it comes to e-commerce SEO, you have to do dynamic optimization. So what is dynamic optimization? Well, dynamic optimization is when you use a set of rules to optimize your entire website. So using a set of rules, you can optimize your category, your subcategory, your sub-subcategory, all the way down to the product level. And when you set up your website, your e-commerce site with dynamic optimization, it gives you a ton of control. So basically what it means is you can use a template to optimize any segment of your website from the top category all the way down. So you have to be doing this, and the reason is you can make an update to the template, and then that can update all of the pages on your website at once, improving things like your title, your description, your H1, your H2, your image optimization, your image file name, your image alt text, your image caption. And when that happens, you increase your click-through rates, you increase your conversion rates, and you increase your rankings because you're able to get in different keywords in there that rank higher. So you have to be doing dynamic optimization, and in addition to that, you want to be doing testing with your dynamic optimization. So if you test 1,000 pages on one template for a new title, description, H1, H2, and that works out by adding something like best, by adding something like the number of products, by adding something like the number of reviews you have within a category title and things like that, if that increases your click-through rates, then what you want to do is take that segment and what you learn from that segment and roll that out to the rest of the website so that you can get more clicks for the real estate that you already have in Google. Okay, item number 2 for e-commerce SEO and getting more organic traffic for your e-commerce website. You need to do internal linking, and it's really important the way that you do it. So you want to have deliberate internal linking from your home page and from your global header and your footer. Make sure the most important pages on your website are linked to from that header and from that footer. When you do that, it's going to tell Google that these are the most important pages and we want to rank these the highest. So make sure you have your money pages in there. Also, your navigation. You want to make sure that Google can crawl your navigation and get to any page on your website quickly, and the most important pages need to be in your navigation. You also don't want to have more than 200 or 300 pages in your navigation, or really on any page on your e-commerce website, because when you have too many links, what happens is Google gets confused. They kind of devalue the links. So there's this thing called page sculpting, which is basically this idea that you want to be deliberate with the specific links that are on the page so that Google passes the right amount of link weight to the pages you want to rank the best. Also, categories and products. Within each category, you want to link to all the subcategories. And also, if you have copy on a specific category page, you want to internally link within that copy to the other pages that are on the same level that you want to get ranked high. And then also lower in that copy, you want to link to your product pages. When you link to your product pages, Google's going to see the products, they're going to see the subcategories, they're going to see the categories that are all linked to within that copy and within that category, and then that's going to allow that page to distribute internal linking to all the most important pages around the website. Finally, on the product level, you want to link to other similar products and other similar categories within that product copy. And by doing this, it's going to create this beautiful spider web of internal linking distribution to other pages on the site, and that's going to allow Google to crawl it and to rank your website better. Okay, item number 3, e-commerce websites have a ton of technical SEO issues, and here are some of the most important ones. Search pages. So if somebody goes into a search box and does a search, that generates a URL. You need to make sure that those are blocked and that those don't get picked up in Google. Facet navigation. You want to make sure that you have clean navigation that's 100% optimized dynamically. You want to make sure that your navigation isn't creating tons of URLs and there's no structure to it, and it doesn't just create hundreds or thousands or millions of pages that shouldn't be in the index because they compete with the rest of the site. Filters. Often filters within an e-commerce site will create tons of different URLs. You need to make sure that those are blocked. Those really shouldn't be in the index at all. So click around on your filters and see if they create any additional pages. Pagination. Google used to have this thing called rel next, rel prev. They've gotten rid of it now. So now for pagination, you need to be really, really careful about what you allow in the index. Generally, a best practice nowadays is not to allow any pagination in the index, just allow that main category page to rank. Sitemaps. You need to make sure that you've got sitemaps and that they're submitted. And if you have more than 50,000 URLs, you create an index sitemap that links to each individual sitemap that has 50,000 URLs in it. And then product level duplicate content. This happens all the time. You've got one product, but you've got 5 different colors, you've got 20 different sizes. This creates a whole bunch of different pages when you have those other options. So you need to make sure you're blocking all those other pages and you're pushing all of the main authority to that main product page. Okay, item number 4, let's get into content. So one of the major things that people do that's an issue is they create too many categories. So of course you want to rank for all these terms on your e-commerce site. I get it, but if you create too many categories, it creates thin content, and Google knows what you're up to. It's something called a doorway page, right? Just a page just made for SEO. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you've got at least 5 to 10, maybe more unique products in each category, because otherwise you really don't have enough inventory to satisfy the requirements for a category ranking in Google. Also, you want to put content on the page, but you don't want the content to get too long. So if you put content on a category page, that's good, but you don't want to have over 500 words really. And what people have been trying to do is put 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 words onto a category. And that was working for a little while, but over the last couple months really, Google has started to interpret those things as articles instead of categories. And you don't want it to be interpreted as an article, because if it is, then it's not going to rank as well in an e-commerce silo. Also, content marketing is something you absolutely should be doing. It's super, super important for your link building. It's important for getting traffic, but you want to make sure that your content marketing doesn't compete with the same terms that you're trying to get ranked within your category, your subcategory, and your products. I've seen so many e-commerce sites cannibalize their rankings for their pages that will convert much, much better with content marketing. So don't make that mistake. Okay, item number 5. So every single e-commerce website that wants to do well for SEO needs to be blocking bad links on a bi-weekly or at least a monthly basis. So blocking them in your disavow file to make sure you've got a clean backlink profile. Also, you want to be building links. So I see so many times that e-commerce sites, they think, oh, we don't need to build links. You do. You need that domain authority. That's the way that you're going to rank and beat out all these other retailers and all these competitors. So make sure you have a link building plan in place. You absolutely have to have one. Item number 6. This is really, really important. So all e-commerce websites need to have a review generation strategy. This is the same for directory websites. Any website with this type of framework, you need to be generating reviews. These reviews are what help your product pages rank better. They're what adds unique content to your website so that you don't have to. And the more reviews that you have that are 100% unique and haven't been placed on a whole bunch of other websites, the better you're going to rank. So you must have a review generation program for your website on the product level. And then also, you need to make sure that your product descriptions are unique. So many times what happens is a new website will start, they just grab product descriptions from the manufacturer and then they put it on the site, and you've got hundreds or thousands of products on your website. You think, this is great, how come they're not ranking? Well, it's because you took the product description from the manufacturer, you didn't write anything unique, and that same product description is on hundreds and hundreds of other websites or more. So how can you expect to rank well. That's why it's very important for e-commerce sites to do large-scale content projects where they're writing unique content and then also at the same time generating these unique reviews. Okay, item number 7, schema. So schema is important for all websites. It's not usually the first thing that I go to, but it is a nice thing to have. So what you want to do is make sure you have review schema. That's really, really important for your product level to increase click-through rates and get those great stars within Google. You want to make sure you have product schema, logo schema, and breadcrumb schema. These are some of the most important ones you want to make sure you have. Okay, so now I'm getting into my last 2, which I think are the most important. Item number 8. You have to build a brand. You need to be running advertising online. You need to be doing PR. You need to be doing something to distinguish yourself from all these other competitors that are selling the exact same thing. You must invest in building a brand. I love YouTube ads for this. I love Facebook ads for this. I love Instagram ads for this. Heck, even try some TikTok ads if you want. You know, that's on the scene now if you've got a much, younger demographic. But you have to invest in brand building if you're in e-commerce. I don't think it should be just 100% direct response performance-based marketing. I think you need to have some budget allocation for brand building somewhere around the 50-50 level so that you're making sure that more people really are learning about you, want to buy from you, like what you have to offer, your main differentiators. That's going to go a long way. Okay, item number 9 is distributed commerce. So any e-commerce site, especially if you have your own products, you must be doing distributed commerce. You have the biggest opportunity out there that e-commerce sites have ever had. You can now sell on Amazon, you can sell on Walmart, you can sell on Target, you can sell on all of these other websites out there that have huge audiences. You can sell on Newegg, right? These massive sites that allow you to sell your product and to get more sales without you having to, manage the inventory on your own site, but manage it on their site. So make sure you're taking advantage of distributed commerce. You need to have a strategy for that. In fact, I've been working with quite a few businesses that are built 100% off of distributed commerce. That's where they make all of their sales, and they're interested in, of course, creating their own entities in their own website, and we help them with that too, but distributed commerce can build an entire business. All right, that's it for e-commerce SEO today. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.